All right, and we welcome in the Orioles Director of Player Development, John Stockstill. And listening to Buck Showalter say that every player that is called up will have a purpose. What does that mean? I mean, obviously the Orioles not in the playoff hunt, so not looking to get them into the postseason. So will a lot of those purposes be evaluating for next year?
Some of it is. It depends on the makeup that both Buck and Andy want to see. It can be a tryout, so to speak. It can be 30 days to get to see what the player can do in this atmosphere. It really starts in the middle of the summer, even in spring training, as we earmark some guys that we hope to get ready to come up at the end of the year. Then when the trade deadline comes along, if you were to trade a player or two, Andy's constantly in communication with not only myself, Buck, the minor league coaches as to who might be ready to go up at any time. So when you look at the team right now with Reynolds playing well at first base and the team's really on a good streak, good chemistry right now, Buck and Andy will likely look to what adds to the team. Do you need another outfielder? Do you need another bat? Do you need a middle infielder to help you in a utility role, and what kind of pitching you need?
There's been a lot of shuffling of the 25-man roster this year, and we've seen guys like Josh Bell and Chris Tillman, also Blake Davis, that have been up on the 25-man roster that are no longer there. Just because a player has appeared in the big leagues this year, does that mean that they will get a call-up again?
No, not at all. At this time, you want to see some new players, but they also have to fit into what the team is looking to do. The nice thing about a losing club, and there's not many nice things when you're losing, but every player gets a chance, and the players have had an abundant number of chances in the minor leagues to show Buck and Andy, hey, it's time for you to give me a chance. So some of those guys have stepped up, some haven't, and now every player down there is excited, knowing most of them won't get called up, but everyone thinks that they have a chance to be.
Now, I won't put you on the spot with specific players, but there are guys like Joe Mahoney that are on the 40-man roster that we've never seen up here. There's guys that are not, like LJ Hose, that have been doing a very good job in Bowie. Let's take a guy like Hose, for example. Bowie trying to make the playoffs right now. How much will you want those younger players to stay with the teams that they're with and maybe enjoy a run for a championship in their league at that level versus exposing them early to the majors?
You have to weigh that. That is a benefit, and when you're trying to create a winning attitude for a player coming up, it's not so much winning the game or winning the playoffs, but the winning attitude as far as executing fundamentals that he brings to the table. So it is a part of it. Having said that, if any player is ready to come up here and help contribute, not only this fall, it's not just a short period of time, he's also got to be close to being ready to contribute to the team over the next year or two. The one thing you don't want to do is bring a player up too early, and then it may be 3 or 4 years before he's really ready to be a major league player. Then you'll wind up losing him at some point.
There are some guys that are not on the 40-man roster that we have seen in here in the big leagues, like Rick Van Den Herk and also Jeremy Accardo, players like that. If you wanted to add somebody like that, what are the rules regarding the 40-man roster?
Yeah, generally you get 40, so there's some medical issues, guys on the disabled list, but in general, if you added someone, you'd have to take someone else off. If you look at the pitching staff that we have right now, we have a lot of multiple inning guys. We probably have 6 or 7 guys that can start. So Buck and Andy will sit down and talk, and they talk daily. Again, I give them credit. They'll also talk to our AAA and AA staff and even our A-ball staff. Do they need more starting pitching, more relieving, whatever they need, then we'll factor that in.
So you don't know how many players we can expect to see right now?
We do not know. Even today we do not know. But we've been talking. They compile a list, and every day it may change a little bit, but for the most part, for the last 3 weeks, it's been fairly steady as to who might come up.
Well, we have here a quick update on the minor leagues. As I said, Bowie trying to make a run for the playoffs. Frederick's already in, correct? Give us an update.
Frederick's in. They start their playoffs, I believe, on September 7th. Bowie has a half-game lead with 7 to go. They play tonight, so.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be hopefully getting an update on that after the game on how Bowie's doing. Thanks so much for being here with us. We're looking forward to seeing some of the talent come up in September. Thanks, John.